Hey everyone, Christopher Ruocchio here of Sun Eater, back with another monthly update video for you. This for October of 2024. And before I get too deep into the updates, I wanted to start this video out by saying that if you live in New Hampshire, I will be there later this month on Saturday, October 26th at Balin Books, as in the Lord of Moria, Balin Books in Nashua, New Hampshire, at 2 p.m. on the 26th of October. So if you are in the area, if you're in Boston, for example, you want to come on up, we'd love to see you there. There's a link to that event down in the description below. We'll be doing Q&A, and of course I'll be signing books, and they'll have books for purchase there as well. And so if you would kindly follow that link down below and RSVP to the event, it helps the bookstore out tremendously. They know how many people to prepare for, which is a big help on their end. So I would love to see you there if you're in the area. But if you are not, what else is going on? Well, there's still a bunch happening this year. As you know, the big thing is that I am hard at work on Book 7, Shadows Upon Time, and I'm happy to report that it is about 2/3 complete. The last couple of months have been a bit touch and go. It's been kind of tough getting the book done with all this other stuff that's been happening, but we've managed to make it through. I had a bit of a quagmire I had to untangle, and I'm feeling pretty good about where I am at the moment. Things are starting to straighten out and move forward again. And the target is to finish the first draft of that manuscript by the end of the year, and failing that, to finish the book by the end of February, so that we can get it off to editing and get back and forth on that, and hopefully have the book out to you by the end of next year, because that is the goal, that is the target. We're looking at like October, November, December. We should have a date to reveal fairly soon, but it'll be something in that time frame, and I'm feeling pretty good about hitting that target, provided, no major disaster strike. But as far as work goes, the complications are starting to all get out of the way, and we've had all this stuff with special editions. More on those actually right now. So for those of you who are sort of new to Sun Eater, we have 3 special editions for these books that we've been working on over the last couple of years. We started this as an alternative to the hardcover shortage, because the books have been sold out in hardcover for years, and I was trying to do everything I could to get the books that you all wanted back to you. Of course, now the hardcovers are back, and a big thank you to everybody who has been purchasing those as well. They've been a big hit. The publisher's very happy with how that's all going, which is awesome. And if you want to, by the way, purchase a signed hardcover, link to that is in the description down below. You can get them from Quail Ridge Books, who are my local independent bookseller. I will go in and sign and personalize your books if you'll just fill out the comment section during checkout saying, hey, I want Christopher to sign them. Link to that is always in the description down below. Just give me a couple days to get in there and sign everything. It's not exactly Amazon Prime, but you'll get your book signed. So now, with regard to the special editions, there are 3, right? There is the Broken Binding editions, which are should be shipping this month. There are the Diamond editions, which are also shipping this month. And there are the Anderida Books editions. And so to go in order real quick, I want to start by saying, again, a big thank you to everybody who purchased the Broken Binding editions of the series. We had 3,000 sets of books 1, 2, 3, and those went over a weekend earlier in September. So thank you to everybody who got those. There will be a second printing of those. Broken Binding is working on a timeline on that, and they're trying to figure out exactly how many they want to print for the second printing. Could be a couple thousand, could be a few thousand, so we'll see what happens, but there will be a second shot at those later on. Of course, they've got a reversible dust jacket with new art on either side. They've got illustrated boards, they've got illustrated edges and end papers by Renee Eigner and by Peng Lu. And those turned out really great. Just got my first set in the mail, actually. They look awesome. Very excited for those to start mailing out soon. Signed all of them, which was an experience. But they're on their way out this month, I believe, is the plan. But if you missed that first printing, and they did go super fast, that second printing is going to come sometime, I think, in the first half of next year. But there is an interest form for that. If you want to sign the interest form, that too is in the link down below. When those go on sale, signing that interest form will get you early access, which will increase your chances of getting a set. We'll be selling books 1, 2, and 3 again as a set, and then we'll get into books 4 and 5 later next year. And then I believe we'll do 6 and 7 the year after that and complete the series. So that's where things are with the Broken Binding. Now, the Diamond editions are the Kickstarter editions that we started the campaign for early last year, and it's been a bit of a comedy of errors getting them out. The books have finally arrived, and they've started going out. Everybody who purchased a Diamond edition through the Kickstarter and did not get a slipcase, your book is in the mail. So about half of them are already on their way out to people. The other half will be on their way as soon as the slipcases get in. Now, if you did get a slipcase, we should be getting an update with regard to the delivery of those by the end of the week or so. They're working on laser cutting all the holes in the slipcases, and so that just takes a minute. As soon as that's done, they'll be here in as soon as they are here, they will get out the door, because very, very close to the end of this campaign, and it has been a long and protracted affair. But we're within a couple weeks of everything being over, and those books getting out there. We'll get on to Howling Dark very soon. Now, those are sold out, like the Broken Binding editions. And there is not going to be a reprint for the immediate future. It's possible we may be able to do one down the line, but for now, the 1,000 that we sold are the 1,000 that there are, and there's no way to get one. We had a couple cancellations, but we have a wait list far longer than that, so those are gone, I'm afraid. If you have one, Howling Dark will be going on sale either later this month or next month. There'll be updates about that, videos about that when we get there. Never fear, and you'll have time if you bought book 1 to get first shot at book 2 before those go on general sale. Don't worry, it will be very obvious. We will be taking good care of everybody who got book 1. And we are much further along development on book 2. The cover is done. We've got a bunch of the art in process already. The text revisions are almost done. All the new material is already ahead, so it won't take nearly as long to get book 2 out as it took book 1. Sort of working on ironing the kinks out of the process. Now, the third set is from Anderida Books. Anderida Books is a smaller company over in the UK, and they've been doing all of my and other stories, sort of special edition novella wrap-ups, Lesser Devil and other stories, Queen of the Ashes and other stories, Dregs of Empire and other stories, and we just did a reprinting of those. There may still be some copies available if you want to go to anderidabooks.co.uk. That's ANDERIDA books.co.uk. A link for that also in the description down below. A lot of links this time, and you want to reach out to them and see if they still have a set of those for sale, because we will be getting into the main series very, very soon. We're gonna start pre-orders momentarily for a book called The Murdered Son, which is the original rough draft version of Empire of Silence, about half as long. It's quite different. Thought everybody might be interested in it in sort of a Tolkien's Unfinished Tales kind of way. So we'll have more news on that later this month, I believe. And then after that, we'll be getting into Empire of Silence. We brought sort of series mainstay artist Kieran Yanner in to do new covers, new art for the Anderida editions, and they are really coming together. There'll be more information on those very, very soon. But if you want to go ahead and check out their website, reach out to them and see if you want to get on the list. It is not too late, but those will be fairly limited. We were doing limited editions here, right? This was before the hardcovers came in, so understand that it's pretty competitive, but by all means, reach out to them and see what you can do. You'll see more about those in the very near future. So that is where we stand right now with all of the special edition stuff, and that's kind of the only project I have going on at the moment besides Book 7. Book 7 is not quite in the downslope. We're still climbing up to the big moment, and you can guess what that is from the title of the series. But we are in the final act, so I am really, really locking in, dialing in, focusing on the end of Book 7 here. That is basically the only real thing I have going on besides appearances. We talked about New Hampshire, and I want to mention very briefly that if you are going to Dragonsteel Nexus in Salt Lake City, Utah in December, I will be there. I will be there with the Writer Dojo booth with my friend Steve Diamond of Diamond Editions and Larry Correa, the fantasy author. Steve, of course, also a horror writer. Steve, I don't mean to sell you short there. And we'll be at the Writer Dojo booth. I will have books for sale, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody out there. It's nice to be able to go back to Salt Lake, one of my favorite places in the country, and so I will see you all perhaps there in December. But that, I think, about does it for this update video, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, farewell.